Dear God, thank you for bringing me through another month. You are the only reason why I made it this far. Today I open my heart and my mind and invite you to live within me. I want to start this month with you, oh God. I know you're always with me in every step of the way, directing my every step. I embrace every challenge of this month, and with your strength, everything is possible. May this month filled with answered prayers. Amen.
Amado Padre Celestial, a ti encomendamos este nuevo mes que inicia y te pedimos con todo nuestro corazón que cuides de nuestra familia, nuestro hogar, nuestro trabajo y nuestra salud. Aleja toda clase de peligro que nos pueda acechar. Que tu sabiduría nos guíe cada día y que solo la armonía y el amor sea parte de nuestro entorno. Bendice a los más necesitados. Amén.
Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to give you a special good morning. I want to say it is the 1st of September, the first of the month. September is a very special day or month for me. Why? September was the day that Hurricane Lewis passed, on St. Martin.
Mm-hmm.
September is, we have September 11th, which 911. We also have my mother's birthday, which is September the 29th. So this month, September, holds a lot of...
Irma passed by September.
Oh, also, not forgetting Irma. Woo! And did the Corona start in September? No. Corona started way month. Anyway, but we want to say September is a, a month of reflection for St. Martin. So we want to make sure, highlight the month of September. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to say a pleasant good morning, good morning, good morning. Wake up.
Así es, señores, muy buenos días para todos ustedes, dándole la bienvenida a un nuevo mes, el mes número 9, septiembre, como dijo Prince, fue donde pasó el huracán Luis, pasó el huracán Irma. Para mí, mi hijo cumpleaños también ahora en septiembre, el día 13, mi hermana el 21, mi tío el 20, mi esposo, si hubiese estado vivo, hubiese cumplido año también el 17, me casé también en septiembre. Es un mes muy emotivo para mí.
All right, so you have some dates to remember and some dates to reflect on in September as well.
Pero nada, le damos la bienvenida a todo el que está en sintonía, en casita con nosotros, especial alrededor que está a través de TVCARIB con nosotros. Muy buenos días en la isla de San Martín, en lo que están también en Curazao, lo que están en Aruba, en Belice, lo que están a través de Dodge Caribbean TV en la isla de Bonaire. Muy buenos días a todo el que está en nuestras redes sociales también. Buenos días, todo el que está a través del canal 20 de MRC, todo el que está en Facebook, en Roku, en YouTube. Buenos días a todos ustedes. Bienvenido a una nueva entrega de lo que es El Mundo a las 7.
All right, I'm seeing a friendiversary with Christopher Emmanuel on my Facebook page. Christopher, the MP, who has had a very, illustrious career as a politician, finally breaking through as an MP and even turned a minister. And now he is going to be heading his own party. I actually dreamt about Christopher Emmanuel last night. Is that a sign, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. Anyway, I want to say happy friendiversary to Christophe Emmanuel and myself. Also, for those of you who are watching us via Facebook Live, we want to say good morning. Sorry. We want to say good morning, tag a friend, and of course, why are you laughing?
Yo río porque yo creo que el día que tú no apetezca, nuestros televidentes, nuestra teleaudiencia lo van a notar raro.
No, but it looks like I have to hit a yawn every once in a while to
Ya
realize.
esto es parte del programa.
Yeah.
Definitivamente, esto es parte del programa. Señores, a todo el que está en la isla de San Martín, en Ceiba, en Estesia, todo el que está en Anguila, en Sembat, en Senquit, San Vincent, en Dominica, San Croix, San Tomás, Puerto Rico, República Dominicana, buenos días. Todo el que está en España, en Venezuela, en Colombia, en Panamá, en Estados Unidos, en Canadá, en Francia y en Holanda, muy buenos días para todos ustedes. Así nosotros le damos inicio a lo que es su programa El Mundo a las 7.
All right. Today we're gonna go a little bit in extra time.
¿Sí?
Today, if you permit, do you have anything to do? Do you have anything to do, Brandon?
Yo siempre tengo algo que hacer, Prince.
All right, good. So we can't go in extra time?
Sí, podemos ir a extra
All
time.
right, good.
Estén pendientes.
Yes. The topic today is a very serious topic.
Vamos a ver cuál será el tópico. Quiero que ocupemos un tópico que es de una de las informaciones también que tenemos en la mañana de hoy.
Yeah, I think we should have a very serious topic, and it's about living with someone with an addiction. All right? Whether it's an addiction to, substance abuse, alcohol, drugs. Whether it's an addiction to a habit, which is casino, or an addiction with sex. All right? All of those things are addictions that we can explore. So please bear in mind, if you have to take your time and write down your points, we would like you to chime in.
Bueno, señores, vamos a dar inicio con lo que es la lectura de los titulares que le tenemos en las informaciones en la mañana de hoy para que usted esté completamente informado de todo lo que está sucediendo en la isla de San Martín. Iniciaremos con 40 casos confirmados de COVID-19. Esto es fuente de San Martín Island Time.
40 confirmed COVID-19 cases today, and this story is taken from St. Martin Island Times.
También tenemos a Martin Medical Center proporciona actualización de la situación de COVID-19. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Time.
St. Martin Medical Center provides COVID-19 situational update. This story comes also from St. Martin Island Times.
Seguimos con el MP Emmanuel. Dice que el gobierno está demasiado cómodo con el aumento de la carga fiscal sobre las personas y las empresas. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Time.
MP Emmanuel, government too comfortable with increasing tax burden on people, businesses. This story comes from the St. Martin Island Times once more.
Tenemos que pistola de perdigones y hierbas confiscadas en la escuela, se le fueron confiscadas en la escuela a un estudiante. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Time.
Hierba significa marihuana.
Así es.
Pellet gun, marijuana, confiscated at school from student. This story comes from the St. Martin Island Times, and this is a whole lot of mess.
Ayer estuvimos hablando sobre lo que fue el arresto por las peleas de estudiantes en las escuelas. Hoy tenemos informaciones sobre pistolas, marihuana en las escuelas.
So first, it was the egging of people's cars. Remember?
Sí, también
All
tuvimos.
right, that was the first story. Then we had fighting, putting someone in the hospital, and of course, 2 arrests with community service, blah, blah, blah. And today we get story about a pellet gun, weed confiscated at school from students. What are we doing in the schools? Anyway,
Bueno, tenemos
7,184 students projected to start school in St. Martin on September 13th. This comes from the Daily Herald.
Así es, tenemos 7.184 estudiantes proyectados para iniciar las escuelas en San Martín, estado francés, este 13 de septiembre. Esto es fuente del Daily Herald.
Nice. If we can start with our COVID numbers for this morning.
Así es, iniciamos con el desarrollo de las informaciones y tenemos 40 casos confirmados de COVID-19. Eso es fuente de San Martín Island Times. Al 31 de agosto hubieron 40 personas que dieron positivo por COVID-19. Sin embargo, se han recuperado 35 personas. Esto es elevando el total de casos activos a 285. El número total de casos confirmados es ahora de 3.719. Los servicios de prevención colectivas, con sus siglas CPS, están monitoreando a 269 personas en aislamiento domiciliario. 16 pacientes están hospitalizados en San Martin Medical Center. El número total de muertes por COVID permanece en 51. El número de personas recuperadas desde que surgió el primer caso en San Martin ha aumentado a 3.383. 221 personas están en cuarentena según las investigaciones de rastreos de contactos realizadas por el CPS. El equipo de salud del aeropuerto del Ministerio de Salud Pública, Desarrollo Social y Trabajo, con sus siglas BSA, en colaboración con el Laboratorio de Atención Médica de San Martín, con sus siglas HCLS, han evaluado a 3.624 viajeros que han llegado al Aeropuerto Internacional Princess Juliana, mientras que el CPS ha evaluado a 41.509 personas en toda la comunidad. A medida que los números continúen fluctuando, el CPS continuará ejecutando activamente sus medidas de rastreo. El ministro Otley quiere recordarle al público que es fundamental que las personas se presenten para realizar sus pruebas, y si el CPS le ha informado que debe aislarlo o ponerlo en cuarentena, que se adhieran a las pautas y lo hagan. Así tenemos ya 16 personas hospitalizadas en San Martín Medical Center. Tenemos 285 casos confirmados hasta el día de ayer y aún se mantiene en 51 el número por muertes de COVID-19 en la isla de San Martín, lado holandés.
Wow. As of August 31st, there were 40 persons who tested positive for COVID-19. However, 35 persons have recovered, bringing the total active cases to 285. The total number of confirmed cases is now 3,719. The Collective Prevention Services, CPS, are monitoring 269 people in home isolation. 16 patients are hospitalized at the St. Martin Medical Center. Was it 16 yesterday or 15? If it was 15, then we went up 1. The total number of deaths due to COVID-19 remains at 51. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the critical stage, and we are asking you to still maintain protocols where everything should be okay, and we don't burden the healthcare system. Second news that we have is St. Martin Medical Center provides COVID-19 situational update. This story is written by St. Martin Island Times and ready to be read for you.
Así es, San Martin Medical Center proporciona actualización situacional del COVID-19. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Times.
During the past few weeks, St. Martin Medical Center has seen a non-stop flow of admissions of COVID-19 patients, the vast majority of whom were unvaccinated. 18 patients are currently admitted to the St. Martin Medical Center for COVID-19 care, of which 7 are ICU patients. Now, this contradicts in the message that we have, whereas the St. Martin Medical Center will bring out a report saying 18 patients.
Sí, pero esto fue en el día de ayer, durante el ayer, pero anoche hubo la actualización del reporte, entonces bajó a 16.
Exactly. So I would like to make mention that the reason for the discrepancies is because of the delay in time. All right. So yes, so it's the delay in time. There's a time difference when this report came out. 16 and 18 patients, the difference is 2. That's a lot, okay?
Como quiera sigue siendo muchas personas.
Exactly. So I just wanted to make sure that we give them the right perspective on what's going on. 7 are ICU patients. While all outpatient department appointments and consultations will continue to proceed as scheduled, as of Monday, August 30th, non-urgent admissions and procedures remain temporarily halted. Patients whose appointments have been postponed will be contacted directly by the hospital. The decision to prolong the temporary halt has not been taken lightly, and the lack of significant decrease in active cases is quite worrisome to the hospital. When asked about the reason for the worry, Dr. Felix Holliday, St. Martin Medical Center Medical Director and Chairman of the Outbreak Management Team, replied, "The highly transmittable Delta variant of COVID-19 produces a significant number of infections in the community, which translate to a high number of admissions. High admissions of COVID-19 patients lead to the need for the reallocation of staff, which leads to the temporary halting of non-urgent admissions and procedures, as like many hospitals around the world, we are experiencing a shortage of medical and nursing staff. The reallocation of staff means that our patients who require non-urgent surgery, such as a hip replacement or isn't that the urgent surgery? Anyway, replacement or fibroid removal will have to wait until the COVID-19 situation stabilizes, which could potentially have long-term consequences. In light of this, we are joining our local government and CPS to urge all persons eligible for the vaccine to get vaccinated and help us alleviate the burden on our valued medical and nursing staff and resume regular care for all of our patients. We have seen that vaccinations help lower the number of hospitalizations and ultimately save lives. The vaccine currently available on St. Martin is the Pfizer vaccine, which recently received FDA approval. Prior to receiving emergency authorization from various health and governmental bodies, being vaccinated not only lowers your chance of becoming severely ill after contracting COVID-19, but it also helps slow the spread, which in turn protects those around you and helps keep hospital beds free from persons who are severely ill, concluded Dr. Holliday. St. Martin Medical Center urges persons experiencing symptoms of COVID-19 such as fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath, or difficulty breathing, fatigue, muscle or body ache, headache, loss of taste or smell, sore throat, congestion or runny nose, nausea or vomiting and diarrhea to call their house doctor or contact the CPS hotline at 914. Persons are also encouraged to make use of CPS free testing facility. If you are experiencing symptoms such as difficulty breathing, shortness of breath, chest pain, or loss of speech and movement, please call the ambulance department at 912 or 542-2111. Ladies and gentlemen, this is serious. If we break this news down, we would have seen that the most people that are going into the hospital are the unvaccinated. All right?
Así es. Dicen que durante las últimas semanas, San Martín Medical Center ha visto un flujo continuo de ingresos de pacientes con COVID-19 y la gran mayoría de los cuales no están vacunados. Oigan bien. Si bien todas las citas y consultas del Departamento de Pacientes Ambulatorios continuarán procediendo según lo programado a partir del lunes 30 de agosto, las admisiones y procedimientos no urgentes permanecerán temporalmente detenidos. Los pacientes cuyas citas se hayan pospuesto serán contactados directamente por el hospital. La decisión de prolongar la suspensión temporal no se ha tomado a la ligera y la falta de una disminución significativa de los casos activos es bastante preocupante para el hospital. Cuando se le preguntó sobre el motivo de la preocupación al Dr. Felix Holliday, director médico de San Martin Medical Center y presidente del equipo de manejo de brotes, respondió: La variante Delta, altamente transmisible de COVID-19, produce una cantidad significativa de infecciones en la comunidad que se traducen en un alto número de admisiones. Las altas admisiones de pacientes con COVID-19 conducen a la necesidad de reasignación de personal, lo que lleva a la interrupción temporal de las admisiones y procedimientos no urgentes, ya que como en muchos hospitales en todo el mundo estamos experimentando una escasez de personal médico y de enfermería. La reasignación de personal significa que nuestros pacientes que requieren una cirugía no urgente, como un reemplazo de cadera o la extirpación de un fibroma, tendrán que esperar hasta que la situación del COVID-19 se estabilice, lo que podría tener consecuencias a largo plazo. A la luz de esto, nos unimos a nuestro gobierno local y CPS para instar a todas las personas elegibles para la vacuna a vacunarse y ayudarnos a aliviar la carga de nuestro valioso personal médico y de enfermería y reanudar la atención regular para todos nuestros pacientes. Hemos visto que la vacuna ayuda a reducir el número de hospitalizaciones y en última instancia salvan vidas. La vacuna actualmente disponible en San Martín es la vacuna Pfizer, que recientemente recibió la aprobación de la FDA antes de recibir la autorización de emergencia de varios organismos gubernamentales y de salud. Estar vacunado no solo reduce la posibilidad de enfermarse gravemente después de contraer el COVID-19, sino que también ayuda a retrasar la propagación, lo que a su vez protege a quienes lo rodean y ayuda a mantener las camas del hospital libres para las personas gravemente enfermas, concluyó el Dr. Holiday. San Martín Medical Center insta a las personas que experimentan síntomas de COVID-19 como fiebre o escalofrío, tos, falta de aliento o dificultad para respirar, fatiga, dolores musculares o corporales, dolores de cabeza, pérdida del gusto o del olfato, dolor de garganta, congestión o secreción nasal, náuseas o vómitos y diarrea, a que llamen a su médico de cabecera o se comuniquen con la línea directa de CPS al 914. También se alienta a las personas a que utilicen las instalaciones de prueba gratuitas del CPS. Si tienes síntomas como dificultad para respirar, falta de aire, dolor en el pecho o pérdida del habla y el movimiento, llame al departamento de ambulancias al 912 o al 721-542-2111.
Pero, Brenda, estoy escuchando eso y parece eso, parece los síntomas. Los síntomas cuando tú lo dejas un hombre, ¿o no?
¿Cómo así?
Those are the symptoms when you leave a man, Brenda, that he gets difficulties in, breathing, he gets diarrhea, he gets coughing, everything.
¿Es verdad?
You should tell me. Isn't that the truth? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, on a more serious note, right here, I'm going right now, and we want to see if the number 914 is working. We're going to be calling on air, just to see if the number is
Acuérdate la hora que mayormente es a partir de las 8, lo probamos una vez.
Yeah, and it was not working.
Sí, estaba trabajando, pero nos mandaron que si había una emergencia se podía llamar a otro número que ellos dieron. Estamos llamando directamente al 914.
914. It's 2 rings. 3 rings. 4 rings. Okay.
Ni siquiera la máquina contestó.
So not even the machine. These are things that we would like to prove ourselves, and the reason I call. All right, we're getting a number calling. Hello?
Buen día, Combay.
Hello?
Combay, buen día.
Bon dia. Is this the Mighty Hammer?
Sí.
Okay, bom. I guess this... Okay, bong, Mighty Hammer. Thank you so much for tuning in to the morning show. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, boom.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I thought it was CPS calling, but it was the mighty hammer, Mr. Burkle in Sucker Garden. All right, the tall guy. He used to sing calypso at one point in time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us itis get those symptoms every month and when the bills pile up. Oh, geez. Too early. Call after 9 a.m. That is why it's called 914.
Sí, pero se supone que si es una línea de emergencia, debe de estar disponible.
If it
Pero,
is,
sí, pero
the last time we called, they referred us to another number.
creo que al 912 fue que nos refirieron si tiene una línea de emergencia.
Whatever.
Sí.
However, I'm just saying that if it is an emergency number, maybe you might be experiencing shortness of breath. Maybe you might experience diarrhea, all of those things at 7 o'clock in the morning. What are you going to do then? All right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm coming from? So I think that they should have this line, and if we're taking COVID-19 really serious, we should have this line locked down and manned 24/7. Okay? Please let your buddy, Minister Vesa, know the number is not working. My buddy. Wow, I like that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we do have to go on a commercial break because it is half of the hour. When we come back, we will be talking about MP Emmanuel government too comfortable with increasing tax burden on people and businesses. My name is Herbert Martinez. Stay locked and tuned in to TV Carib, the world at 7.
Así es, mi nombre es Brenda Rodríguez de Allen y vamos a una pausa comercial. Cuando regresemos estaremos con más informaciones. Recuerden darle like, compartir, etiquetear y postear sus banderas.
Shell's Kitchen on the E.C. Richardson Street, number 25 in Phillipsburg, have some of the best meals around town for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they make it so easy for you to order. Just call in, then walk in and pick it up. What's up it? Then walk in and pick it up. Or walk in, order it, and pick it up. We also cater and host events. And don't forget karaoke every Friday night. So eat at Shell's Kitchen on the E.C. Richardson Street, number 25 in Phillipsburg. It's a celebration in your mouth.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This is the morning show. I'm reading these comments. That's why, I got a little delay. But I just want to say for those of you who are just tuning in, please love, like, and share this program. Tag a friend because we're giving the morning news.
Así es, señores, ya estamos en la segunda fase de nuestro programa El Mundo a las 7. Llegó el momento de darle saluditos a todo el que esté en sintonía con nosotros, a todo el que esté en casita también, actualizándose en las redes sociales. Gracias por mantenerse. Recuerden darle like, compartir, etiquetear y postear sus banderas. También les recuerdo que tenemos nuestro teléfono de estudio 554-5601. Aquí está nuestro teléfono, miren aquí, que puede usted utilizarlo para dar los buenos días, cualquier información, cualquier pregunta, cualquier saludito, cualquier piropo que le quieran hacer a Prince. También enviar sus banderitas, pueden hacerlo a través de este número, 554-5601, recordándole que es el teléfono de estudio.
All right. 554-5601, that's the number for the studio. It is also the number that if you want to contact Brenda personally, you can do so because other people have been using that. All right? Other people have been using it to give personal
Sí,
messages.
sí.
Yes, we can do that. Also, ladies and gentlemen, bear in mind that we have the message line open, and you can always send a message and big up one of us.
Bueno,
I
quiero,
wanted to read before we go and greet some of the people who are watching with us. I wanted to read a line from Dave Livingstone. He was in St. Martin for a few hours yesterday.
sí, ayer.
We saw him on Facebook putting on his green mask. And he says that yesterday on St. Martin, I was very impressed to see the amount of people with their face masks on. Now, Dave, you should be impressed because when I went to Saba and I saw the face masks off because of the COVID-free,
sentiste libre.
I felt free, and it was something different. I think COVID-19 has brought us in a parallel world that we live in, but with different procedures and protocols based on how much people are vaccinated, based on how much COVID-19, based on how much travel people do. So we live in a world that shifts here and there. So I too was surprised when I went to Saba. However, I don't want you to give St. Martin credit too much as yet. Maybe you should have spent some time in the evening hours and see what happens then, because at times there's people who go to different places and don't have masks on, and and I don't mind you don't have masks on, but then you sit in close proximity to people that you don't know, or close proximity to those that you don't even suspect have COVID-19. All right? So I just wanted to make mention to that. But for the rest, yes, St. Martin is well on its way. Okay? Dile no es tu teléfono personal. Oh my God.
Así es, no es mi teléfono personal.
All right. Good. Who do we have with us?
Ok, con nosotros tenemos a Yesenia Gomes, Debra Heiser, Mariluz Rodríguez Martínez, David Beltré, San Martín Anunnaki, Annie Rombly, Antonio Richardson, Minerva Maduro, Melvina Romeo, Leandro Cabrera. Estas son personas que están en las redes sociales con nosotros. También Melania Lauren, Histerida Harchan, Antonia Mendoza, Germania Rondón, Evita Eva Bunting, Raiza Ledesma, Carol McKay, Brian Baker, Yolanda Medina, Karen Richardson. Estas son algunas de las personas que tenemos en sintonía con nosotros. También tenemos una persona, Verónica Bell, también Nadine Suárez, que está en sintonía con nosotros, Nando Arrendel, Quillana Bridgewater, también desde Senquí, en sintonía con nosotros. También está en sintonía Antonia Richardson, Junior Rondón, Elevator, Beloved Davidson está en sintonía con nosotros, Nadine Suárez también está en sintonía, Dorothy DeWaite, está en sintonía
Aziz Haj Boaza.
desde Canadá.
Nice.
Desde
Canada in the
en
house.
sintonía con nosotros. Yoleni Brito Halley, también Ingrid Lauriano, que están en sintonía con nosotros. Annie Rombly, Nando Arrendel están en sintonía. Esas son personas que están a través de las redes sociales. Gladys Sánchez, Berky Vázquez, también posteando sus banderas ahí. Gracias por mantener su sintonía. Ramón Wilson, muy buenos días para usted. Zain Dorit, Ricardo Mardonado también, que está en sintonía con nosotros. Muchas gracias. Vamos a ver quién más está en sintonía con el Mundo de las 7 a través de las redes sociales. En casita tenemos muchas personas. Le damos los buenos días a todos. Dilenia Reyes desde Friends Guada también en sintonía con nosotros. Muchas gracias, Dilenia. Sí, por favor, comparte, dale like, postea tu bandera de donde es tu nacionalidad y dónde estás residiendo. También, y todo el que esté en casita, señores, feliz inicio de mes para todos.
Pero eso es Fleming Gigi.
Sí.
¿Y cómo se llama ella?
Dilenia Reyes.
Hola. Hola, ¿qué tal?
Hola.
All right. I'm watching. Okay, do we have anything else? Of course we do. We have more stories. Hello, Miss Reyes. How are you this morning?
Vamos a seguir con las informaciones que tenemos en la mañana de hoy, Prince. Y seguimos con nuestro miembro independiente del Parlamento, Christopher Emmanuel. Dice que el gobierno está demasiado cómodo con el aumento de la carga fiscal sobre las personas y las empresas. Esto es fuente de St. Martin Island Times. El miembro independiente del Parlamento, el MP Christopher Manuel, dijo el martes que todavía no puede entender cómo un gobierno que profesa y se preocupa por su gente se siente tan cómodo y aún incapaz de abordar de manera realista los problemas que mejorarían su nivel de vida. Pero prefiere mirar hacia nuevas formas de imponerle más carga fiscal directa e indirectamente. En este contexto, el diputado se refirió a la presentación de reforma tributaria del ministro de Finanzas, Arthur Irium, el lunes al Parlamento con una presentación de nada. Para resumir, este gobierno no tiene idea de cómo reformará alguna parte del sistema tributario y llegó al Parlamento con sugerencias que no se basaban en nada, que no habían sido discutidas con las partes interesadas y que eran contradictorias con lo que ellos decían. Acordado con el gobierno holandés, expresó el MP Emmanuel. Mientras tanto, continuó el costo de vida sigue aumentando, afectando en gran parte por la importancia de bienes en puntos de entrada no controlados y una cláusula de combustible de GB que ha aumentado una vez más el envío de facturas de servicios públicos por las nubes para los residentes y el sector empresarial. La respuesta del gobierno a esto es cobrarle más impuesto, enfatizó el diputado Emmanuel. Mencionó como ejemplo el impuesto predial, que en su opinión son solo otras dos palabras para el impuesto. El ministro puede decir lo que quiera sobre no cobrar impuesto al público, pero el problema con un impuesto sobre bienes raíces es típico de un impuesto que puede perderse en la traducción. El impuesto sobre la propiedad y el impuesto sobre la propiedad inmobiliaria son iguales. El impuesto sobre la propiedad, que es bienes raíces, se cobra sobre la propiedad de inmueble, terrenos y estructuras que están permanentemente unidas al suelo con una casa, un edificio o un terreno. Cuando se promulga una ley tributaria que se ocupa de los bienes raíces de todos los ámbitos, no se puede decir con certeza que las casas de las personas y otras propiedades no estarán sujetas a impuesto. Tome las propiedades combinadas, por ejemplo. ¿Qué pasa si tengo una propiedad de inversión que es en parte residencial y en parte no residencial? ¿Qué pasa con las personas que utilizan parte de su hogar para Airbnb? No se puede usar un impuesto sobre bienes raíces en su forma tradicional para perseguir solo a ciertas personas. Está pidiendo casos judiciales, expresó el diputado. También se opuso a un impuesto propuesto del 7,5% sobre las ventas, que acusó al ministro de enturbiar deliberadamente. Su aclaración no tenía ningún sentido y no proporcionó claridad sobre qué es esto. Si se trata de algún tipo de impuesto sobre las ventas que se aplicarán a los importadores, entonces el gobierno aumentaría de un solo golpe el precio de los alimentos y abarrotes en general, ya que la carga trasladará al consumidor. Si el gobierno realmente se reúne con los mayoristas, podrían entender que si un pedido de carga total cuesta $5,000, el flete costará $10,000. El aumento del precio de los alimentos se refleja en este tipo de realidades a las que se enfrentan los mayoristas y minoristas. El gobierno debe tener cuidado con la forma en que directamente dificulta la vida de las personas con los impuestos que les afectan indirectamente.
All right. MP Emmanuel had a lot to say about this government who feels comfortable taxing individual citizens and businesses. He mentioned in particularly the example of the real estate tax, which in his opinion are just two other words for property tax. The minister can say whatever he wants about not taxing the public, but the issue with a real estate tax is typical. of a tax that can get lost in translation. He gave the example of what if someone is using part of their house for Airbnb, or even all of their house in Airbnb, they live away, they come 6 months or whatever, right? How are you going to be able to tax that? You can't tax it portionally or whatever. And so you are waiting for lawsuits. Also, when it comes to the proposed VAT tax, he said it, and I believe this to be true. If you tax the importers of food, you know that's the cost is going to be carried on to the consumer.
Sí.
So when we pay already high prices for food, it's going to be at least 12% higher. And do you know what 12% is? That's a lot of money on already inflated food. So he is pointing out these issues. These issues need to be looked at carefully and thought out well. However, in the spirit of getting things done, my question is, what else can be proposed other than taxes? Now, I have gone out to get a copy of the book from the former minister, Pamela Gordon Carty, in order to see what she has proposed. So we are trying as much as possible to come with solutions in order to get things regulated. But yes, taxes is a burden on our people. However, what else is the solution? I feel that government needs
Vamos
to
a
come.
esperar que yo tenga una solución
Yeah.
viable, porque esto, mira, en cuanto a lo que son las facturas de GB, wow, cada día se está, yo estoy pagando la factura de GB, que nunca en mi vida pensé hacerlo. Mi recibo ahora llegó de 463 florines.
Eso significa que tú estás bañando más, Brenda.
Que ellos están subiendo más el claustro.
Pensaba que tú estás bañando más.
Me estoy bañando igual, pues.
Usando más agua.
No, la misma agua que me baño todos los días, la misma cantidad.
O tú estás prendiendo el radio y el
No,
abanico,
Prince.
el aire acondicionado
No,
y
Prince,
todo eso.
el aire
una
sí
vez.
es normal.
Es normal.
Es normal
Ay,
que
yo
esté.
me caché. No, but okay, we're making fun of this, but yes, indeed, the cost of GB, the fuel clause, have gone up, thus resulting into higher fuel prices. And yes, where are we going? As
Pero
a
entonces
nation?
no hay donde reclamar. Porque, ok, tienen un departamento para reclamos, pero ¿qué hace? Porque no soluciona nada. Al final tienes que terminar pagando.
Yeah, yeah. Some real relief have to come to the people of St. Martin because, you know what I noticed, and I'm going to tell you this. I don't want to go off script, but I need to say this. My uncle came from Curacao Friday, so yesterday I had to take him around and stuff. We went to have something to eat, okay? My God, we paid for 4 people, right? Just normal ribs, conch, dumpling and stuff like that, right? We paid $114. All right? Good. Then we went to a snack bar. We had 3 whiskeys with a little bit of Angostura bitters in it. We had 1 Heineken. And do you know how much it cost? $7.50. So when they looked there, it's like, my God, how is it that cigarettes, alcohol cost less than everywhere in the world, but food costs much more? In Curacao is net on its own, the opposite. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Así es, pero bueno, hay una variación de precios y yo creo que la oficina de control de supervisión debe de estar en esto y no veo ningún control de precios, por lo menos también en los supermercados se han alterado los productos. Tú vas a diferentes supermercados y tienen el mismo producto, diferentes precios. Pero ¿dónde está el departamento que le da seguimiento a esto? No lo veo, de verdad que no veo que está trabajando en esto. Oh, quiero hacer un énfasis, darle los buenos días a Yaniri Felipe desde Miami, que está en sintonía con nosotros. Gracias, Yaniri, por estar pendiente a lo que es nuestra programación. Ella tiene un programa de radio
Sí.
también, se llama Entrenos con Yaniri, cada martes, una revista um, de actividades y de varios temas, distintos temas que toca. Así que siempre está activa en lo que es el mundo de las 7.
Hola Yaniris, saludos de San Martín.
Así
Nice.
es.
All right. Dorette Way, where are the price controllers? Dorette, how can the price controllers do anything and they are labeled powerless? Let me tell you why. And I'm going to go in why. You know, I'm sorry for going
Espérate,
off
los
script.
precios de la gasolina hoy suben.
Of course. And do you know, I drive a diesel truck, right?
Yo
Do you
manejo-
know that they wanted to put extra hike on diesel? They didn't say anything about gasoline, but diesel. And I was like, okay, here it go. I'm the bad lucky one again. All right? Anyway, Dorette, the way, this is how it goes in a nutshell, very quickly, okay? Price controllers. When a factura, when an invoice comes in from the wholesalers, they're allowed to sell this product for X amount. Why? Because they have bought it for this amount and they have a right to mark up on it in order to make a profit, which is normal business. But the problem is that our wholesalers, right, here on St. Martin, would have a affiliate or a sister company in Miami, in Panama, in wherever it is. So what they do is they buy, okay, and then they stock, and then they sell to themselves. So if I sell something to myself, I can put any price on my invoice. And when I present this invoice to government of St. Martin, guess what? They can't tell me nothing
No.
because it's all legal stiffen the people of St. Martin, right? So this is what happens. So price controllers can do all they can, but price controllers are just there to, I don't want to say that they're worthless because these are people, respectable people in the community, right? But sometimes they are deemed worthless because their hands are tied, okay? Plain and simple. So that's a little story on how it goes with price control. Food prices should not be an issue thanks to the French side for now, but the problem would be the utility bills and rents, etc. I'm sorry, food problem is food prices are the problem, and even on the French side, when you have the super U's and you have the whatever, right? It's still expensive.
Sí, pero ya los precios, según escuché, en Superior han aumentado.
Well, that's it. Every container fees has increased since the
Así es.
COVID. All right. So let's not put a blind eye to that. Container fees have gone up, and when container fees goes up, everything else goes up. Even to the pants or the slippers that you would buy $15 or whatever, right? In town, well, you don't buy $15 slipper. I'm sorry. Even to those, they would go up like $3 or $5 or whatever. All right, prices have gone up. They have gone up.
Bueno, señores, continuamos con las informaciones y tenemos que fueron confiscadas en una escuela a un estudiante una pistola de perdigones y hierbas, es decir, marihuana. Esto es fuente de San Martin Island Time.
A student of St. Martin Vocational School is now sitting behind bars thinking about his decision to take a weapon and drugs to school on Tuesday morning. The teenager was found with a pellet gun and a quantity of marijuana in his backpack, along with his notebooks and lunch. The confiscated items were found during a random search of students by school authorities. The police were called in and the student was arrested. He remains detained as further investigation into his case continues. This incident of a student taking a weapon and drug to school not only has legal consequences, it contributes to the possible escalation of violence and creates an unhealthy and unsafe environment for fellow students and faculty. Should there be escalation, good students may end up paying for actions of the bad ones in fallouts. The incident underscores the need for permanent security at St. Martin Vocational School and other schools where there may be lacking, for the safety of all students and faculty, and to ensure a constant presence of authority. This incident is, and others such as fight outside of school in the past week involving students bringing to the fore the need for violence disruptors who are vigilant for possible flashpoints and can take action to prevent escalation. Security personnel can serve in the role of violence disruptors by aiding school authorities with checking that weapons or other illegal items are not transported onto school premises. The police force of St. Martin KPSM and the prosecutor's office OM St. Martin urge parents to be vigilant about actions and behaviors of their children. Constant vigilance by parents or guardians will go a long way in preventing children from coming into contact with the law. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what we saw. A very, very, very hefty. We can talk about this in extra time as well.
Exactamente, este tema lo vamos a tocar en lo que es nuestro tiempo extra. Ahora vámonos a nuestro segmento de cumpleañeros. Estamos ya en nuestro segmento de cumpleañero, dándole las felicidades. Ahí está Jubilet, que está, mi amor, de fiesta de cumpleaños. Muchas bendiciones para ti, mucha salud, mucha prosperidad, que la pases bien. También ahí tenemos a Hilary Rosario. Feliz cumpleaños, mi señora, muchas bendiciones para usted. También tenemos, Feliz Corporán, ahí está, de fiesta de cumpleaños. Muchas bendiciones para usted, Peter. Y también tenemos a Luis Jeffer, que está cumpliendo un año más. Happy birthday to you, Luis. También tenemos Rosti. Está cumpliendo un año más. Muchas felicidades, mi amor. Muchas bendiciones. Sabe que te quiero mucho, que la pases bien y disfrute tu día a pesar de las condiciones que estamos viviendo en este tiempo. También ahí tenemos a Joana. Ahí está Joana Manuel de sí cumpliendo un año más, mi amor. Feliz cumpleaños. Muchas bendiciones para ti. Que todos tus proyectos se te cumplan conforme a la voluntad de nuestro Señor Jesucristo.
¿Dónde está Rosy? ¿Dónde vive Rosy?
En España.
Oh, nice, nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I too have some birthday celebrants. To the CEO of the Telem Group of Companies, Kendall Dupersoy, happy birthday to you. Stacy Francis, happy birthday, bro, 37 years old. And of course, Kimberly Dominique Smith, happy birthday to you, who is 18 years today. My cousin, Romandine Joseph, Stacy Francis again, Leticia Mussington, Edna Edward, Miranda Seabrooks, Roberto Bowers from Parliament Building, the security there, Louis Jeffers, 49 years old, Toya Jacob, hey Toya, and Loretta's Trend, Motions Dance, and Danessa Brown. Danessa, happy birthday to you. All the best going out to all of the birthday celebrants.
Así es, muchas felicidades a todos. Ahí está nuestro cumpleañero desde China, Prince.
Oh, we have a birthday, also the birthday of Zhang Fengji.
Vuelve y repite, por favor.
Zhang Fengji.
Ese es nuestro corresponsal de China, que gracias por unirse a lo que es nuestro segmento de cumpleañeros. También Glenn for Lauren. Felicita a todos los virgianos.
Virgos.
Entonces, le llaman,
Just like myself. Good morning.
sí, le llaman virgianos,
Yeah.
o virgianos, algo así.
So the Leo season is out, and here comes the Virgos.
Bueno, señores, llegamos al final de nuestra programación de la mañana de hoy, pero vámonos a nuestro tiempo extra. Así que los esperamos allá. Para las personas que tengan que irse, nos vemos mañana con Dios mediante. Y los que nos quieran acompañar de 8 a 8:30 en nuestro tiempo extra con el señor Herbert Martina.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going into extra time. Guess why? Because Brenda can make it today. So thank you, Brenda. Also, we will be discussing a lot in extra time. We'll be discussing those students walking with pellet guns and weed, and of course, also much, much more. My name is Herbert Martina. Tomorrow, same time, same place. Ciao.
Tiempo extra.
Shell's Kitchen on the E.C. Richardson Street, number 25 in Phillipsburg, have some of the best meals around town for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they make it so easy for you to order. Just call in, then walk in and pick it up. What's up it? Then walk in and pick it up. Or walk in, order it, and pick it up. We also cater and host events. And don't forget karaoke every Friday night. So eat at Shell's Kitchen on the E.C. Richardson Street, number 25 in Phillipsburg. It's a celebration in your mouth.
Estamos de vuelta con ustedes en nuestro tiempo extra. Gracias al señor Herbert Martina Prince, que hoy decidió que no iba a hacer nada, no tenía nada pendiente y por eso íbamos a realizar nuestro tiempo extra para complacer a ustedes. Así que aquí estamos con ustedes. Vamos a debatir todavía unos cuantos temas que tenemos en pauta e irnos a lo que es nuestro tópico. Recuerden que ustedes tienen la oportunidad. Miren aquí el telefonito. No está la rifa. Mire, esto no es una rifa. No. Es el número de nuestro estudio, el teléfono de nuestro estudio, el 554-5601, donde usted puede tener la oportunidad de llamarnos tanto directo o vía WhatsApp para cualquier información, cualquier comentario, cualquier pregunta que usted crea que nosotros podamos contestar, como preguntarle a Prince, ¿por qué tú no estabas permitiendo el extra time? Y hoy sí. Ahí está.
Brenda, muy dangeroso, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, we are in extra time. We haven't done extra time in so much time that we decided it is time to do extra time. All right, so thank you for staying locked and tuned in. We have some important topics to discuss. And first of all, what the heck is wrong with our students, Brenda?
No sé qué está pasando con nuestros
something is
estudiantes.
wrong. Let me tell you why. First, we read a story about students egging different adults' car. Okay, egging, so taking raw eggs and busting it on the cars and just destroying people's property. Then we had an altercation with a fight, of which some children videotaped, and resulting into someone getting injured and going to the hospital, and thus two getting arrested. And there's more pending. Okay? If you think that wasn't enough, now we're seeing that a random check was done, and marijuana and a pellet gun, which looks really, really real. So God knows what can be done with that pellet gun. A pellet gun can damage someone as well. It wasn't clear if they had bullets in it, if, what that wasn't clear. However, this is what the report says, okay? The pellet gun was found, the marijuana, and food and books. Of course, after you smoke weed, you get hungry, right? So you have to eat. No, that's the first thing that came to my mind. But this is absolutely no joke, and we should take this serious. And what's the solution, Brenda? Ladies and gentlemen, you have the opportunity to call in. Tell us some of your solutions, because we
Okay.
can't be talking about the problem on the program without coming up with solutions.
Déjame,
554-5601.
Déjame leer rapidito lo que es la
Please.
información. Tenemos que un estudiante de la Escuela Vocacional de San Martín ahora está sentado tras las rejas pensando de su decisión de haber llevado una arma y drogas a la escuela el martes en la mañana. El adolescente fue encontrado con una pistola de perdigones y una cantidad de marihuana en su mochila junto con sus cuadernos y almuerzo. Los artículos confiscados fueron encontrados durante una búsqueda aleatoria de estudiantes por parte de las autoridades escolares. Se llamó a la policía y se arrestó al estudiante. Este permanece detenido mientras se continúan las investigaciones de su caso. Este incidente de un estudiante que lleva un arma y drogas a la escuela no solo tiene consecuencias legales, contribuye a la posible escalada de violencia y crea un entorno insalubre e inseguro para los compañeros de estudio y el profesorado. ¿Debería haber una escalada? Los buenos estudiantes pueden terminar pagando por las acciones de los malos en las consecuencias. El incidente subraya la necesidad de seguridad de mantener en la escuela vocacional y otras escuelas donde esto puede faltar, para la seguridad de todos los estudiantes y profesores y para garantizar una presencia constante de las autoridades. Este incidente y otros como las peleas fuera de las escuelas en las últimas semanas que involucran a los estudiantes ponen en manifiesto la necesidad de que los perturbadores de la violencia estén atentos a posibles focos de tensión y puedan tomar medidas para evitar una escalada. El personal de seguridad puede desempeñar el papel de perturbadores de la violencia, ayudando a las autoridades escolares a verificar que no se transporten armas u otros artículos ilegales a las instalaciones de la escuela. La Policía de San Martín y la Fiscalía instan a los padres a estar atentos a las acciones y el comportamiento de sus hijos. La vigilancia constante de los padres o tutores contribuirá en gran medida a evitar que los niños entren en contacto con la ley. En cuanto a los estudiantes, la policía y la fiscalía les pidieron que consideren cómo la participación o la ayuda de actividades ilegales que esta podría afectar las metas futuras, desde trayectorias profesionales hasta perspectivas laborales. También es muy importante que los estudiantes hablen si notan actividades ilegales dentro y alrededor de sus escuelas. Decir algo cuando ves algo no equivale a delatar a un compañero de estudio, porque es responsabilidad de todos hacer su parte para garantizar que hay un entorno seguro para aprender y prosperar. Recuerda, es para tu seguridad también. Prince.
Brenda, I don't know what to say. I'm asking the viewing audience to help us out in some kind of, how do you say it? Whether it's a program, whether it's a mentorship, I don't know. But I do believe some of this problem could be avoided through mentorship, okay? It's too much young men, and mostly it's young men. When it comes to fights, yes. What?
Tenemos el teléfono para que llamen y
Yes.
nos ayuden a poder contribuir con lo que es esto. Señores, volvemos
All
y
right.
recaemos.
Glenford coming up with a solution. The school should have unexpected school bag search and control together with Pow Pow, I think, because this St. Martin going to stop. Every year you have similar situations, so please, thank you to whoever this concerns. All right, maybe it is a situation that we should go and resort to what they do in the States, You have metal detectors, and you have, before you go into school, you open your bag and stuff. Because if this is the case, we're becoming more and more like bigger countries. And that's because the population is growing. All right? I must say, though, I'm not going to take tally and say, no, people never used to bring schools and brass knuckles. People never used to bring brass knuckles and knives to school when I was a kid. That's absolutely not true, because we had one or two, but those were labeled bad boys, and even the bad boys were cool bad boys, Now these children just want to shed blood. Okay, what is your reason for bringing a gun to school? For the love of God, explain, explain, explain. All right.
Volvemos y instamos a los padres, señores. Es nuestra responsabilidad como padre saber con quiénes están compartiendo el tiempo libre nuestros hijos. Saber cuáles son sus actividades, a dónde van, a quiénes visitan. Esto es parte de nuestra responsabilidad como padre. Esto ayuda a que usted esté pendiente. ¿Qué puede su hijo llevar a la escuela? Ponerse en contacto también con su profesor, porque todo no se puede dejar a la escuela. Usted puede tener el contacto. Hay una dirección estudiantil de padres. Tener ahora con las facilidades que tenemos, estar en los grupos de padres, estar dando ideas, pero no tanto dando ideas, sino también aplicando las ideas que usted da o que usted recibe dentro del Consejo Estudiantil de Padres. Debemos de estar más pendientes a nuestros hijos.
Definitely, definitely. This is where a parent teacher or a parent association, is formed in the school. And basically, they come up with solutions where the teachers cannot, how do you say, maneuver. However, I must say, and I always say, those parents who enter these organizations, those parents who talk to their children, are the ones who are preaching to the choir because of their background, because of their perseverance, because of they doing it constantly. Their children don't really need the guidance in school. It's the rotten apples, okay? If I tell my child, listen, don't go to school with any gun, how would I have to tell my son that if I have a gun in the house? All right? I would have to tell my son that if my son is a rotten apple. But if my son is not a rotten apple, do you think I have to go to my son and say, listen, don't carry a gun to school? Of course not. All right? So it's those children that are, whether it's a dysfunctional family they're coming from, whether it's urgently help that they need, we should come with innovative ways. It doesn't mean that the parents of the good kids cannot help to try to mitigate some of this lawless behavior. However, for now, I do think that they need to do random bag checks, or maybe not even random bag checks. Every morning, you open your bag and the security goes through it and stuff, right? For the girls, if you have sanitary napkins or whatever, put it in a black paper bag, put a mark on it, just let him see it or her.
Hay que chequear todo, Prim.
Well,
No importa.
that's true, but I'm just
No
saying for the
importa.
privacy.
Sí.
Some girls are very, very private about
Ahora
that.
mismo no se puede pensar en la privacidad donde están entrando marihuana a la escuela en un sentido.
But Brenda, this brings an interesting topic, because if we're gonna get Isterida's point of view.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning,
Buenos
Esterida.
días.
Said basically all that what I was going to say, because this really starts from home. And then the problem that we have here on St. Martin is as you mentioned, dysfunctional families, and also a lot of parents, because of the high cost of living on the island, have to work 2 and 3 jobs. And then the kids are left on their own to grow up on their own. And what they see on television, they believe in. So when they see a rapper with people around here protecting him with guns and oh, they feel that is so good. They become the hero. In our days, our hero was Mighty Mouse. Or what do you call this other one? Superman, etc. Today, the heroes from the youngsters are the rappers on the television with the many guns and the many, I always said the showing off of the, they believe that the bling bling around all the rappers is real gold and diamond, and it's not, it is be fake. But don't tell the young boy that, because he believes you have it wrong. You understand?
Yeah.
I spoke to a young man a day, and I told him, I said, do you think you will have a good future every time posted on Instagram, standing with a joint in your hand and another picture with fake money, but they make believe you got money, but you don't have a damn thing. You understand? And I told him, I said, you're damaging your future, because now you think it's nice and all, but tomorrow when you go apply for a job, and they do a back check on you, and they see these things on Instagram or Facebook or wherever. Because nowadays, when you go and apply for a job, even when you go to look for an apartment or a house, they do a back check and see how your lifestyle is on Facebook.
Yeah.
And based on that, you don't get it. Neither, not even an apartment.
Yeah.
You can get if your lifestyle on Facebook
You are
is
so
tarnishing.
correct. You are so correct in that line, Esterida. And let me just chime in on this. I know of very talented boys. What they check for when it comes to basketball, they do it in baseball as well. With basketball, first of all, they see your grades. Second of all, they want to see if you're a good kid and stuff like that. What they do, they go straight on Facebook and they check it out. All right. And when they see you posting a lot of stuff, they deny you automatically. So these youngsters who are doing these things and posting it up, they are the problem children. However, it goes much more than just the parents. And Jack Heemskerk is mentioning that. I want to read that as well. Thank you so much, Esterida. You have given us a really, really good insight on several things. Thank you.
And another thing, I know personally, because, I have 2 boys.
Mm-hmm.
The youngest one is 23, going on 24, and so he's not that long out of MPC. And I know there they do that random check of the school bags. Maybe that school where that particular student is attending, they don't do that there. But I know MPC and Sundial, you don't dare come with anything. They even try to go with them into the South Korea, the cats, and they just get catch.
Whoa.
So,
Whoa.
so I can vouch to those 2 schools, but maybe that school where that student is attending, they don't do that, so maybe it's a good thing for them to take copycat from other schools and do that random check, as was mentioned earlier by another viewer.
All right. Thank you so much.
Guys, have a nice day. Enjoy the day.
All right. You too.
Same length.
You too. You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Esterida, who's always contributing to this program, whether it's by food or by wise words. Yes, and Janine George says, all starts with the parents. I do agree. However, James Heemskerk says, the issue with students are deeper than just parental issue. Look at extracurricular activities that are available for them. Are they affordable? Is there free transportation? Is there a broad range of activities available with the possibility to future opportunities in professional career? Are there social skills training available? Is the school culture and positive learning environment? We also know that some students are labeled difficult learners, are placed at certain schools because St. Martin does not have an official high school for special needs students. All right, all of those things contribute to what is called delinquent behavior. And so Jack Heemskerk is hit the nail on the head. Most of these kids, when you check out, all they need is attention and love. Janine George, yes, they need attention and love, but don't tell me you're going to bring a pellet gun to school and weed. Then you don't want attention and love. What you want is attention and to get high, you know, which my kid can be affected in the term.
Tú sabes que debería de haber alguien que controle las entradas al bus de la escuela. Ok, yo puedo revisar la mochila de mi hijo antes de salir a ir a la parada del bus. Pero yo no sé, vamos bien, yo no sé cuál sería las compañías o las actividades que él tendría, porque no tengo tiempo, tú sabes, porque tengo que trabajar, porque tengo cosas pendientes y no estoy pendiente a lo que mi hijo está haciendo. Pero, ok, yo como madre reviso la mochila de mi hijo antes de salir de mi casa para la parada del bus. Pero en el transcurso de mi casa a la parada del bus, ¿con cuál amigo puede encontrarse en el camino?
Exactly. Brenda,
¿Tú me estás entendiendo?
Brenda,
Entonces,
I totally agree.
debemos de estar pendientes. En el bus, pienso que debe de haber una persona también
Yeah.
que haga revisión de mochila, no todos los días, pero sorpresivamente.
Yeah.
Vamos a revisar la mochila, aunque la revisen en la escuela.
I want to read something that St. Martin Anunnaki is writing. It's more about the time parents spend with their kids. Playing a simple Uno game can keep a lot of trouble away. I so agree with this, you know. It's the simple things you do with your children that can make a big difference. Educar tus hijos, hablar con ellos.
Sí,
Directamente.
estoy de acuerdo, pero estamos ahora, Ingrid, en una situación que por más que tú le hables a un niño, hay niños que tú le hablas por aquí, le sale por aquí. Entonces debe de aplicar otra técnica.
But
aparte
Brenda,
de
to
hablar.
be quite honest, right? Again, there's certain children, like let's say doing fights in school, egging somebody's car, bringing weed and guns to school, right? There's certain children you know just wouldn't do that. Why? Because they have gotten the training home already. So that's what I'm saying. Those that we're talking to, it's like me telling my son, don't go with a gun to school. He's like, but daddy, I don't know where to get a gun. You know, that's not an interest of mine to go school with a gun. So we can be talking to our children, but our children is the good children. You understand? So talking to our children till we're blue in the face, all right? What can we do? We need another measure in order to protect those same good children. So, yeah, it's just a crazy situation which we really, really need attention.
Por lo menos este jovencito que está detenido en una de las aquí en Phillipsburg, pienso que lo primero que se debe de tomar en cuenta es el comportamiento o la vivencia que tiene en la casa.
Definitely.
Empecemos por ahí. ¿Qué está sucediendo en su casa?
Yeah. But Brenda, you know what I do acknowledge, and you said it properly. The first thing they should do, I think that yes, this young person should be punished in a way. However, I do think that we should create an opportunity for rehabilitation, and how that works. Go into the home, social worker, child services, get involved. Go into the home, especially if the child is under 18. See the living situation, assess it, and then come up with a plan. And then we go to a reward system, whereas we give him not only a punishment, but something that he can learn. because I don't want someone like that around my children, Brenda. Plain and simple. All right? I can be talking about rehabilitation all I want. I don't want that rotten apple next to my child. So therefore, we need to do something. But we can't just say, oh, he bad, and then don't have any solution. It's not the kid's fault most of the time.
No.
All right? It's either it's a bad living situation, bad parenting, or something bad from an adult. Okay? So we need to provide the opportunity. So this is where this Miss Lally Youth Detention Facility comes in, not only to detain, but we need proper guidance, plain and simple. Okay, so that's my 2 cents about this.
Así es. Tengo algunos comentarios de Ingrid Laureano donde dice que tener los hijos en estos tiempos es como un billete premiado.
Yeah.
Así
Okay.
es.
Here this is. Have you ever had a child tell you that they are afraid to talk to their parents because they are afraid? Have you ever had a child tell you, please don't tell my parents, they will beat me? Jack, I think I understand where you're coming from. Yes. As a matter of fact, when I did something wrong when I was young, and I said, oh, please don't tell my parents.
Pero ahora estos muchachos, ¿a quién le tienen miedo?
They will beat me.
Pero no, eso pasaba antes por la inocencia que había, pero ahora no hay inocencia, Prince.
Yeah.
Uno era tremendo, terrible, supuestamente en aquellos tiempos, pero comparado con los tiempos de ahora, es muy diferente.
Yeah. Jack Hamescat, Jack, thank you so much for tuning in today and chiming in on this so needed conversation. This is where Youth Department and Student Support Services Division must step in with child guardianship that can provide training and a safe environment for learning. No doubt about this. Okay, so this is what we need here in Country St. Martin, and a full functioning. Everybody put hands on deck. Justice Department, Truancy Office, Child Services, Vodairat, which is supposed to be linked up. All of these institutions supposed to come in, all right? And if you don't watch correctly, the mental health institution probably come in, because a lot of these children are, a lot of these guys that do this, right, are smoking marijuana from since they're 13, 14, 15. And what that happened, it impairs their judgment. And maybe they suffer from mental health issues, and this compounds on that. We need all hands on deck. So community of St. Martin, let us not judge, let us not put down the hammer on these students, but offer a meticulous plan in order to rehabilitate these students. And who knows, maybe we have some future doctors, lawyers, because these brilliant minds needs to be nurtured, okay? We need these brilliant minds to be nurtured instead of going the wrong way, okay?
Así es recordándoles que los estudiantes de hoy están haciendo estas acciones, son el futuro de mañana en nuestra isla de San Martín. Entonces, desde hoy debemos de prestarle atención a quienes estamos preparando para que mañana puedan ser lo que estén al frente de San Martín.
All right, St. Martin Anunnaki is saying, you're right, but you climbing the wrong tree. Looking at the state for the solution is a waste. St. Martin Anunnaki, let me say this, okay? Yes, we can get parents involved. However, to go through official channels, to get different things done, we do need the blessing of the state, all right, and the authorities. Without them, we are basically handicapped. And let me add to this, St. Martin is such a small knitted community that everyone knows each other somehow and linked to each other somehow, all right? So if we are asking these institutions to get involved, a lot of them are St. Martin people, all of them live here, and all of them intertwine into our ever so, close community. So therefore, I don't think it's looking at the solution per se, or looking at the state per se. I do think it's looking at the solution holistically and getting things done. And in order for things to move, get a sanction. Okay? Let us agree to disagree on this one. All right, but I just needed to explain you because somebody might have agreed with you, and I would have wanted to give my whole explanation instead of just, pinpointing. And if that is not the solution, then what is? Okay? Esther Durand Casimir is saying good morning to all. Hi, good morning, good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had a illustrious conversation. Buenos días, qué buenos.
Que Dios los bendiga. Esto es de parte de María Ruiz, que está en sintonía con nosotros.
Great.
Gracias por mantener su sintonía. Estoy dando los buenos días a través de nuestro WhatsApp.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we are elated that you are here with us and spend your half an hour extra with us. I brought a measuring tape just to measure how long Brenda's nose is when she lies, like Pinocchio. Yes, yesterday when you said that it is my fault that we're not going into extra time, and I said, Brenda, I'm going to bring a measuring tape. And just as promised, I did. Brenda?
Prince,
Are you
no,
ready?
yo veo esta cinta métrica y digo yo, bueno, pero ¿será que Prince ahora será maestro constructor que anda con una cinta métrica?
No,
Préstame.
no.
No, pero Prince, entonces tú dices que esto es para medirme la nariz, para...
Ya.
Pero
Tú
Prince,
mientes mucho.
pero Prince, ¿por qué nosotros no estábamos yendo a Extra Time? Era por tu culpa, no por mi responsabilidad.
All right, Pinocchio. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, without just, we want to say have a great day and make sure the first of the month you enjoy some kind of food, pastry, or whatever with someone that you love. My name is Herbert Martina, checking in tomorrow, same time, same place with you. The world at 7.
Así es, señores, gracias por haber mantenido su sintonía con nosotros. Ya llegamos al final de nuestro tiempo extra. Gracias al señor Herbert Martina que hoy pudimos realizarlo y lo esperamos mañana tempranito a partir de las 7 con nosotros. Así que pase feliz resto del día.